We fly by night.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing with Dion, Bahamut's Dominant. Dion enters, comes with a knight, makes your knights fly during your turn, and transforms into a dragon, which makes all your creatures grow, fly, and then destroys a permanent. Dion is great with cheap, aggressive knights. This deck is looking to play lots of 1, 2, and 3 cost knights that curve perfectly into Dion, then playing some knight synergy like the Valiant Knight and Kinsbale Cavalier to buff your knights up even more. And because Dion is making a token, we can also double those tokens, draw off those tokens, and buff up the board based on these knights. And with more knights, the merrier, because a lot of knight creatures are very good at helping each other out, making way for more damage, creating human tokens like Worthy Knight and Adeline, and just making everything more powerful. So let's take Dion into the queue and say goodnight to our opponents. Kefka, Court Mage. Kefka is a fairly scary card, going to be making us discard, making all players discard, and then drawing cards. I do have some removal. I really love Elspeth here, but it was starting on turn 2 and didn't quite feel fast enough. This is a lot faster. I can slow down them casting Kefka. I can reprieve a card back into their hand. I've got the tempo plays here, and I can also play a Dauntless Bodyguard. It has nobody to protect. He has chosen himself. Actually, it can't choose itself. It has chosen nothing. It can just be sacrificed on demand. Cavalry Drill Master. Going to drill in some damage here. Swinging for 4. Lots of good early hits. Hopefully I get a land. I did. And I will start with the attack. And because Dark Ritual opens them up to Kefka potentially, I'm going to use the curse now. Let's see if this gets countered. This could be mana drain mana. Oh, it sure was mana drain mana. I'm going to reprieve the Curse of Silence back into my hand. No mana, no drain. Ooh, shocking. You gonna Prismari command or something? Oh, I guess I'll drop the bodyguard so it stops asking me if it can kill itself. Because it's, I don't know, it's like really emotionally draining. I don't love that. I don't know if they have wash away. I'm going to try to use Curse of Silence here. Cursing Kefka. Court Mage, that's the one. And I'll go for the Valiant Bat Rider. Don't need to give it flying, it already has flying. Chandra can easily kill that Bat Rider, but I can turn around and kill her. I would rather deal the damage to face, but I think I should hit her instead. Dion! Come out here! Go wide! Kill Chandra, because she generates mana and removal. She's just really good. This is a really good card. They killed Dion, but I already got a knight out of it, so that makes me happy. I can increase this to 6 damage. Yeah, it's a little late for that Chrome Mox. I think I'll just go for a Roaming Throne. Naming Knight. That'll give me double triggers on any future knights that I cast. Like you. A Dark Ritual. Oh my god, was I totally right to curse them before? Will I sacrifice this? Yes. Yes, I will. Grand Abolisher. I think I'll drop the... Let's see, if I get a land, I can Chromox into Dion and swing for a lot of damage. I think I drop Patchwork Banner. Even if it would give me a swing just with the Roaming Throne. No, I'm dropping Nadar. I don't like that they are leaving up the blue. I'm going to try to go Patchwork Banner. We name Knight. And I'm just going to kill Kefka. And swing in for lethal. And we get there. GG. Loot, the key to everything. Loot is going to be getting them card advantage based on a number of types that they have on the battlefield. Excluding lands and excluding loot. I think I can just go for either playing knights or discounting things. I'm going to start with the discounts. Get that Pearl Medallion down and hope it doesn't get smashed or abraded. Prismari commanded, and they ramp. Nice. Cards that have multiple types are best with loot. Things that are like both an enchantment and a creature can get you a lot. I'll go for naming Knight here. Awesome. Start building up my battlefield with knights. I will play Metallic Mimic, naming Knight. I will play the Westfold Rider, which might end up getting sacrificed, but for now is just a 4/2 Knight. And maybe next turn, all of them can fly. Arcane Signet and Uro. Oh, they're ramping. And now they have one type for loot. Loot being in Teamer colors means that they have access to a lot of very good cards, especially Simic cards. I could play Dion here. I don't think playing Dion is better than playing Nadar and History of Benalia. Let's get loads of knights. I will scry. Marius Call. It's sort of a land, but it's not really what I want, so I'm going to drop it. I think 3 Tree City, I will actually be able to generate more out of it than I'm putting into it on the next turn. Hi, Tatiova. Remember how I said access to good Simic stuff? There's good Simic stuff. Tatiova draws them cards and gains them life. The Simic Landfall package, Ramp package, extra turns, all these things are quite good. And loot, I find, is especially good with things that allow you to play multiple lands per turn, since the cards you get in exile, you have to use on that turn. Alright, got a land. I can't hold both of these up anyway. Sure, you use some extra mana. Or no more than I already can. I swing in. I can make a treasure. I can make a goblin. Actually, kind of like going for goblins this time. It's a matter of, like, which of these do I think I want to go for? I'll make a treasure. The goblin is not a knight. And next turn, I get the big knight pump from History of Benalia. Yeah, look, 3 Tree City actually generated positive mana. Alright, well, they have protection, so my big knight pump is nothing. History of Banana. At least I can make them lose 1 life. I guess I could flip Dion just to buff everyone. Yeah, I can actually flip Dion this time. That doesn't happen very much. Dion's really just here to be 2 bodies for the price of 1 and give that sweet flying. I think I'll start with the Werefox Bodyguard. Hitting Tatiova, hitting loot. Let's hit Tatiova. Doing a little bit of flippy dippy. Do you exile? No, you destroy. The Westfold Rider cannot destroy the One Ring. Tragic. This is the only thing with a non-attack ability. But I tapped under my Teferi's Protection. So if I get Rivers Rebuked or Cyclonic Rifted here, it'll simply happen. In Exile, Tireless Provisioner, Commercial District. But I have a very good board for hitting them in the face next turn. Hi, Chandra. Who do you want to blast?
I'm the best. This'll be easy.
Just got a text from my partner saying, I was just thinking about how sad it is that the moon is closed on Mondays. I won the Magic game. Yeah, that's tragic that the moon is closed on Mondays. I really wanted to go to the moon yesterday, but it was closed. But at least I get to win at Magic. GG. Vivi, going to be casting spells, getting huge, and causing me a lot of trouble because Vivi is a very fast commander that's very oppressive. And even though I could have tried to mulligan to removal, that's just no fun. And I know what I want to do. I want to play knights and hit with knights. Do I want to go for Pearl Medallion? I want the white Orchid Phantom. There's no lands for me to destroy with it, but it is still a nice flying knight. It also has first strike, making it kind of good against Tifa, who I have matched against 0 times with this deck. I put my first strikers in just for her. Ooh, that's going to be additional damage being dealt in the future. Terrifying. I'll play the Bat Rider since it would survive that 2 damage. If I hit them, I get kind of like a Esper Sentinel 1-off boon each time. I think Bat Rider is a little weird, but it is a knight, and it is also a 3-mana 3/3 flyer, making it pretty good at dealing damage. Bringing out the Bat Rider. And I could play Dion, but I don't think that's going to do much. So instead, Pearl Medallion into Nadar. And I will scry, looking for something that can deal with Vivi. All right, what do we got? Roaming Throne. All right, the doubles I would get if I played it next turn. Yeah, I want Roaming Throne. I'll go for BE Aggressive. This would double trigger. Oh, do you pay the 1? They paid the 1. Okay. Yeah, Vivi kind of does it all. Makes mana, deals direct damage, and gets huge, so you can just attack with it. Gonna get Giga Flared. You know who else has Giga Flare? Bahamut does. I name Knight. Let's get some triggers going here. 1 for you, 1 for you. Nadar's gonna double venture into the dungeon. Let's go for a treasure. And then... Oh! -4, -0. Vivi, you make negative mana now. If they cast a non-creature spell, they're gonna have to pay a tax. Vivi is not giving them the goods. Nah, he doesn't tap. He can be used right away normally. This should take away their mana if they activate Vivi. Oh, brudda. They're gonna take out 3 of my creatures with that. We still got these sweet discounts. Dion's going to say night night. And Adeline's joining the fray. I'll get 2 1/1s attacking. One is easy to block. This will put them at 1 life. And notably, they have been missing lands. But unfortunately, this is a Vivi deck. So the game is not over. They could generate enough mana to bounce my board, or they could just lose on the spot. I'm into that part. Because they didn't get there. Surprised they didn't go digging. GG. It's Yuriko, or Yuffie. I don't like Yuriko, and I especially don't like having to play against her when I'm playing knights. She's a ninja's commander, and while ninjas are cool and all, I don't want to deal with them. Playing the flying first striker, I think could be a good choice, but I'd have to drop a Chroma's Will for it, which could be a way for me to suddenly win the game. I'm still going to do it, and I'm going to start with the Metallic Mimic. Me going first here makes a big difference, because it's going to allow me to build up my board, get some blockers in play, so I can hopefully block the ninjas and ninjutsu enablers. Changeling Outcast, I won't be able to block that no matter what I do. And I guess I could go for the channel. That's pretty hard for them to deal with. I just have to do it before they would be able to ninjutsu. So before we like get to the declare blockers phase, I bop it. Now there are tails and there's lots of ways to stop this, but regular schmegular counter spells cannot. Hexproof. Yeah, that would do it. Dion, bring out the goods. I won't be able to block this, so this is just going to happen kind of no matter what. But Dion and the Knight token could deal with the Cryptomancer if they wanted to do some ninjutsu with that. And because they ended up like not even having a flying one, I should have kept the Chroma's Will and dropped this instead. You didn't know Chroma's Will was on the bonus sheet? Yeah, it's there. It can get you a really good big swing in a creature-based deck. So they hit a 2-drop, so at least that didn't deal that much damage to me. Valiant Knight will get me a buff for all my knights. And I'm just going to try to kill them. This can't fly, you can't fly. And I can block one of your ninjas like this. Senga game. Is this an actual... Okay, cool. It's a concession. GG. Ugin, Eye of the Storm's a colorless card that's going to exile things on cast, and on cast of other colorless things, which is why I'm going to say, Ugin, you're a colorless ramp deck, and you cost more. Ugin, Eye of the Storms. You cost 9 mana. You cost almost as much as Ulamog. Bumble, Wumble, Scrumble, Bumble. I will lead with Thalia over White Orchid Phantom. Though I have a feeling I will be bopping this. Sugar is food. Would you like to put Ugin in your hand? Nope. All right, they'll get a waste. Swing for 2. Spawning bed and Blast Zone. Blast Zone currently has multiple targets at 2 and 1 target at 1. Patchwork Banner naming Eldrazi? Yep. Always has been, always will be. Dion helps me go wide, so we'll do these and those. I'll throw down History of Benalia. I think Thalia's doing a bunch to help me here. Hedron Archive. Still, they have ramped into ramp. They haven't made any creatures, so there's nobody to humiliate here. It's Dion for more damage. And next turn, I get the big knight buff. Now, everybody here's a knight except for Thalia. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They can destroy one thing. Now they can't. So they use Forsaken Monument, which is going to gain them some life and essentially double their mana in the future. But I might be good here. None of you increase my damage on this turn. We swing in, they die. Shout out to Thalia for doing the Thalia thing. Kaiikar wins Fury. Makes spirits, and those spirits and Kaiikar can all fly, meaning that me and Dion here are going to have some blockers to contend with. Kaiikar is about casting non-creature spells, and I also have some non-creature spells to cast, but because they have non-creature spells as a theme in their deck, I have to worry about kill spells and board wipes and counter spells because all of those are quite good with Kaiikar. Usually the board wipes they stay away from unless they are a Kaiikar Super Friends deck, but we will have to wait and see. I am going to try to play the Worthy Knight. Whenever I cast a night spell, I make a human. Cool. This is not a night spell. This just makes knights. But I want to fill up the board if I can. Memory lapse. Okay, goes back on top of the deck. Yeah, I have Pearl Medallion to make it so Ocelot Pride is its paper version. It only costs 1 mana. Oh, okay. They rifted the medallion back into hand. They're countering the Pearl Medallion. That's fine. Ocelot Pride. If I can make some tokens, I can double those tokens. They did not get any red mana on those fetches, though. Interesting. Dion? This could be, Wanderer? Yep, Wandering Emperor. She will exile or make a token to block Ocelot Pride to prevent me from gaining the life and duplicating the tokens. I have a feeling this is Kaiikar Super Friends. Oh, okay. I guess that can block this. I want to get this out for cheap, so I'm going to play Dauntless Bodyguard. And protect, I guess Worthy Knight, not Dion, because I might be flipping Dion. Nice. Everybody in! Circle of Loyalty has affinity for knights, can make knights, and will produce knights when I'm casting legends, like you! They're down to 10 life. And they concede. It's Yuffie, or Yuriko. This is going to be ninjas swinging in and disabling me by, well, bouncing my stuff and playing evasive things, using ninjutsu rather than, you know, actually attacking, because why would you actually ever attack and cast things? Yeah, they cheat they cheat their mana cost, and they're a pain in the butt. I would love to play Waystone's Guidance here, but if I can slow down Yuriko by 1 turn, I can. If you're not familiar with Yuriko, she's a bit of a menace, draws cards, deals damage, and never costs more than 2. I decide if I want to go for a bit more board. Nah, I'm gonna go for Waystone's Guidance. People are asking, with Ancient Tomb coming to Brawl in Edge of Eternity, it's on the bonus sheet, do I think it'll be banned? I would like it to be banned. I would like fast mana to be slowed down in this format, but Wizards of the Coast has kind of shown that they're not interested in managing the format like that. So the fact that they did not go for this tells me they're waiting on a counter spell. I guess I'll go for Champions of Tyr. Yeah, they don't really ban things in Brawl. Would love it if they did. Like that, like Mana Drain. Wouldn't that be cool? I would gladly volunteer a large amount of my time to help rebalance this format. And I don't think it should just be me. I think it should be a group. Some Wizards employees, maybe. Some prominent Brawl players. Some sort of a committee. Yeah, they could digitally rebalance things. They have said before they don't want to digitally rebalance cards that are iconic and would rather ban them. But they haven't exactly done that. Somebody's saying they don't like digital rebalances. I don't know. Some of them I think are fine, like Bowmasters and One Ring, Ocelot Pride. Okay. This is a ninja, so when it hits... Oh no, it's a rogue. It's not ninja. It gets played with a lot of ninjas. I want to name Knight. Bring out Dion. And wash away. Okay, I just leave this here. And wait. Somebody's asking, is Ancient Tome really that much better than Chrome Mox? Okay, well here's where that falls. We also shouldn't have Chrome Mox in the format. I think that fast mana leads to more lopsided, uninteresting games. Oh, there's a ninja. I don't have anything to discard, so they won't be removing this menace counter. What do you mean, downtime? Get some damage in. If this didn't resolve, I was not going to attack him because I want to be able to block at least one of these ninjas. I guess I could have kept that in hand. Oh, they'd already done that. Well, this person ran into, yes, they're playing evasive creatures, but no, they weren't ninjas, so they're not dealing much damage to me. Great. I guess I win. Ertha Jo, Frontier Mentor. Hey there, Ertha Jo. Gonna be going wide and making mercenaries and doubling up certain targeting abilities. Nice. I have nothing on 1, but on 2, I've got a choice between getting some lands or playing a knight. And then maybe I can give those knights a bit of a buff. That would be sweet. Yeah, if you target Ertha Jo with the mercenary ability, it gets doubled. Oh, it also activates... Oh, it also doubles player targeting abilities. There's some pretty good ones in Brawl. Play Nadar. And venture into the... Lost Mine of Fandelver. That's a plains. I think I'm good on plains, even though it's like closer to Elspeth. Johnny, Caller of the Pride. Hey, you have targeting abilities. You can put counters on things. Okay, yep. Big mercenary. Ooh, shocking in for some protection, and they still have 1 mana up. I'm trying to think, like, are they going to be able to counter this? I guess we'll find out. That could be something, like a bolt. By counter, I should say kill. Looks like we're good. I will go for making a treasure token. And then using that treasure token to play Esper Sentinel. No, it wouldn't be Tithe, because this is red. It would have to be like, I was thinking like Bolt, and then they kill Dion before I get the flying. Ertha Jo getting doubled up. And giving protection from white. Alright. Even on the tapped thing. Ah, what a good move! All of my creatures, except for the Knight of Grace, are dead. They'll be able to continue to give protection here. If I don't have a way to deal with that. Now, I could use Elspeth and kill Ertha Jo while they're tapped like this. My ability to protect Elspeth would then be kind of nothing. I'm 1 short of replaying Dion. I'm gonna go for Roaming Throne. Naming Knight. If I name Human, I could get double lands off this. That would be cool. An elegant parlor. Oop. Chandra is able to kill the Roaming Throne here.
You and I are gonna take him out.
Gotta pay the 2. Ooh, and they can also kill Knight of Grace because of Ertha Jo. These Planeswalkers doing work for you. I'll throw down my ambitious farmhand to get a land. Going into the Valiant Knight. This is not a knight. This is a knight. One of the few knights with knight synergy that happen to be in Arena. Or just ever printed, especially in mono white. They're making some red. And here's a Johnny. That is one of the strongest just creatures in Boros colors. And an Eternal Wanderer, which can blink or blast. Are they blinking a Johnny? Okay, they're blinking a Johnny and Ertha Jo, so they're going to get more tokens.
I bought us some time.
To the hunt!
All right. I think I might die anyway, so I'm going to try to go out taking some planeswalkers with me.
My blades are...
I can only attack Wanderer with 1 thing.
You don't need me anymore. I don't fear monsters.
Okay. I'm not allowed to keep going. Game says no. Let's see. Should be lethal, right? There we are. Good game. I don't know why it wouldn't let me click the first time. Sephiroth, Fabled Soldier. I have a kind of awkward start here since one of my lands will be coming in tapped, but I do have some removal. I do have a way to double up tokens, some card draw, and some buffs. This is not the worst hand to be starting off against with Sephiroth in play. Sephiroth will be blood artisting, going to be draining us for life as creatures die, and can transform into one-winged angel if enough things die in one turn. A wriggling grub? I'm totally down with a grub that's doing some wriggling. I will. Ooh, I think I want to set up for card advantage, but double tokens. I don't get double tokens yet. I don't have 10. Okay, swinging for the Ocelot Pride. The grub turns into two little grubs. They grub a grub. Grub a grub, grub, grub. Card draw. And yeah, I know. None of these are knights. That's okay. Sometimes you have to play white cards that aren't knights. And eventually, maybe I can have a lot of knights. The Knights of Round. Sephiroth sacrifices a grub. And they gain a life, I lose a life. He's a good grub bub. Sephiroth, become other. Ooh, a priest of forgotten gods. That's so fine with me because I'm about to be wide as heck. Yeah, that's a lot. That's the power of Kitty Cat. Look, Scraps is a kitty just like you. Adeline heckin' dies. Dion has no knights to make flying, so instead Heraldic Banner. To make these stronger. I will attack with everything, even though this means the Ocelot Pride will probably be double blocked and die. It means a lot of other damage will get through if that happens. Ooh, or instead, they can prevent the life gain by sacrificing in response. I'll sacrifice that blocked cat token. So I didn't gain any life, and I don't get any extra tokens. I do get a very good cat, though. Oh, good Scraps. Infestation Sage. And something else somebody's asking, is this my Sephiroth deck? I can't tell. Many Sephiroth decks will be running a lot of the same pieces, but it's the same style as my Sephiroth deck, which is to say it is a sacrifice deck that's running other sacrifice pieces beyond just Sephiroth. I've seen some Sephiroth decks that are a lot more focused on removing things from your opponent than sacrificing your own cards. All right, they go for the priest. I'll sacrifice human token. They have 3 mana left. Liliana of the Veil, plus or minus? Making me sacrifice another token. Oh, my beautiful tokens. 5, 6, 7. You cost 8? Beep beep. Hello? And good night? Hand empty, head empty. I have a nice indestructible creature in play now, Knights of Round. And if I throw down Dion next turn, all those knights will learn how to fly. Chthonian Nightmare does let them recycle some of their creatures. Nykthos is getting them extra mana. So they could recast Nightmare a bunch of times here. Bringing back Chupacabra, Wiggling Grub, Infestation Sage to make more flying blockers. But I think I might be good with what I have. Alright, they're starting with the Sage. Chthonian Nightmare again. Good girl. Oh, you're so fluffy. Here comes Ravenous Chupacabra. I assume killing Welcoming Vampire. Oh, killing the kitten? Can't kill this. It's indestructible. They kill just a knight token. Trying to reduce the amount of flying damage I'll have next turn. They could kill something else. They have enough with Chthonian Nightmare. Ugh, I'm getting all allergied up from this cat. What a good girl. Oh, I sacrifice cat tokens. Scraps is like, what? And a Spectacle of Destruction after all the things got killed, so it won't be getting them any cards.
We all have things.
But also, I think I might be taking them out. My graveyard, no! Oh, yes please. Bahamut? It's dominant. It's Dion. Soleil Dion. Boop. Swing in. And win the game. GG, Sephiroth. Tifa Lockhart. This is actually the first Tifa I've matched into. And tragically, it is not when I have my first strikers in hand. I do have some good mana here, but I'm going to mulligan, looking for removal because Tifa can hit fast. She can hit hard, and she doubles her damage with each landfall. And if you can increase your base damage, that's a lot. Unfortunately, me mulliganing to try to find like removal or first strike did end up getting me no early nights. That's fine. Eventually I'll get a night out. And then I'll protect myself. Aww. Scrap says, how dare you make videos for anyone other than me? You should just be making cat videos. I would if you would sit still, Scraps. You only show up when you feel like it. Hi, Tifa. I attempt to murder Tifa. They give her hexproof. They overprotect her. I guess it's better than her being underprotected. I could go for the Pearl Medallion into Teferi's protection. Again, kind of slow, but it's what I got. There are a couple things that would prevent damage prevention, but those typically don't work against Teferi's protection because Teferi's protection makes it so your life total can't change. Surprised she has trample. I feel like if I were going to change anything about Tifa using, digital rebalancing, I would take away her trample. Make them have to work for it. Wow, they didn't even attack. Were they afraid of, like, other types of removal? Very possible. I guess I could play this to give some double strike. I kind of like playing Dion here, though. No, I'm going to go for the Kinsbale Cavalier. You want Tifa to go through, you're going to have to give her more toughness. Yeah, I put a bunch of, like, things that can also give trample in my deck. Overprotect, Audacity, all good cards with Tifa anyway. Alright, Tifa's up to 2 whole damage. Scraps, don't give me that look. She's like, ugh, Tifa. This is the first Tifa I've run into with this deck. I'm running so many, like, 2 mana, like, first strikers. They'd be so good against her. Alright, so we're gonna protect. This just means that this turn are not doing anything, but I really wanted to maintain my my double strike enabler. Round him up, Excavator, with nothing in the graveyard yet. I've got this Werefox bodyguard, which I could use to try to exile Tifa too. And now we've got the incredible Flying Cavalier. Kinsbale Cavalier is one of, I would say, 2 mono-white knights that buff other knights in Arena. There's a couple other ones that are, like, not in Arena because they were printed just for Commander. Like, there's one that makes your other knights indestructible from the Zalfir Knight Precon. We don't have that, though. Hey, Backwards! Thank you for the 46-month resub. Scrap, say thank you. That was her, definitely, and not me. Definitely not me miming through this cat. Oh, what a good girl. She loves getting her head scratches. Okay, so 6 mana is being floated for Scapeshift. That's cool. Can you protect Tifa? Yeah, they win this game. Okay, so what is going to happen here is Tifa is unfortunately, by the way, they could have also done this after. It would have worked either way. Tifa's indestructible, which means that my big first strikey blocky trick does nothing. I get a bunch of auto attacks here, and this is going to be like, you know, like 100 damage. No big deal. Just 100 damage, right, Scraps? I guess I could have waited for them to pass 2 attacks and then tried to hit them with the bodyguard since they tapped out. That could have worked. I actually didn't even notice that they were floating the 2 mana until after I had cast the bodyguard. How big can she get? It's just 1,000. It's just 2,000 damage. It's fine. Yeah, I'm surprised that they didn't leave up one land for that stand. It's 2 to the 11th. What it is fine. GG. Traveling Chocobo will double their landfalls and lets them play lands and birds off the top of their deck. That's a bird! Tifa running up to 4 damage. And a Spring Heart Nantuko on the Chocobo. I would like to kill that Chocobo. I could also destroy the Nantuko, but I think it's better for me to go for destroying that. Since this also gives another target. Yeah. Which might be kind of tricky for them to deal with. Leave these back as blockers. Tifa's Limit Break, starting her at 3 power by giving her +2/+2. That is going to double twice, bringing her from 6 and then to 12 power. And there's a whole bunch of 3 and 4 mana spells that could get 2 more lands entering play here. Roiling Regrowth, and more. I guess I'll just double block and hope for the best. No Harrow! Oh, good. No Harrow. So now I have a token doubler. They're making tokens. I'm making tokens. We're all making tokens here. I'll name Knight. We make some tokens. Dion also could make me some tokens, but I'm going to be using Gideon instead to make me some tokens. And then I'm going to make everything stronger. Bam. No, swinging for 4. There's a Shia. Tifa now is a land. She is what she loves so much. I'm not really sure why Tifa has landfall. I don't really think of Tifa being, like, one with nature or anything. I think her doubling power, very, very thematic for her. She's very, punch. Okay, do I have lethal in the air? I do not have lethal in the air. More knights! More soldiers! More soldiers! More knights! And now we protect. And don't you dare play a Pawk. They didn't play a Pawk. And I had Teferi's protection. GG. Y'shtola Knight's Bless. When they cast non-creature spells that cost 3 or more, or I should say have a mana value of 3 or more, they will be draining us, dealing 2 damage and gaining 2 life. And if a player during an end step has lost 4 or more life in a turn, they will be drawing a card. Good news, though. I have this guy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go fast and hope they don't just wipe the board too much, because Y'shtola is oftentimes an Esper control deck. Sometimes it's leaning a little bit more into, like planeswalkers. Sometimes they're running more artifact-based things. I've run into a couple different types. I'm going to play the Metallic Mimic here, naming, you guessed it, Knight. And I can't enlist since this has Summoning Sickness. And here comes Y'shtola. They sure did ramp to her. The enlist. They'll get to draw a card, by the way, if this hits. Yeah, a lot of them, by the way, do not actually do anything around Y'shtola's ability. Her, casting one. It's just, like, occasionally it gets them value. But for the most part, just Esper control. And here's Teferi. Teferi could tuck something, could untap some lands for more counterspells, drawing them cards, and since Y'shtola will hit me, they will get to draw another card. No, it looks like they're going to put the Knight Counselor back into my deck. Worthy Knight. Getting that counter. Getting more counters. Dion. And I'm going to try to kill Teferi. Sir Ginger would have loved to just, like, come down, swing, take out Teferi. But I think this is a better move. It sets up some token generation, takes out the Teferi this turn, and I got some good buffs. Now all I need to do is have this stick around and get to 7 mana. It's the biggest knight we have. But I want 1 kill with it. Aww, everybody just keeps house melding poor Dion. I do have a few ways to free Dion, but like, not a lot. Flowering of the White Tree, buff my creatures! In case of double block, Sir Ginger first to get the token. Dion's been house melted so much he's been part of the furniture. No, my knight! They take 4, which means they get to draw a card. Why are you any player? By the way, in Commander, this is especially annoying because it's like, oh yeah, there's 4 different people, each of which could have lost life during any player's turn. They're going to be doubling up abilities here with Delny. Oh, hey, Benowish Knight Counselor. Long time no see. I'm actually going to start with map. Yes, it's awesome, but it's not what I want right now. Yes, it's awesome, but it's not what I want right now. Yeah, Sorcerer's Spyglass is banned in Brawl, and yet this. Okay, how are we blocking? And they go to 3. Well, yeah, because I'm a deck that wants to deal damage, so they're going to get to draw cards. Jin-Gitaxias will also be drawing them cards as they cast large spells. But I went wide enough, I dealt enough damage that I'm taking Y'shtola out. GG. Ureni of the Unwritten attacks in, gets dragons, and also gets even more dragons when it enters. It's dragons. Lots of them. Dragons everywhere. You gonna play something that produces mana that I can exile, maybe? It'd be cool. It'd be cool. I think in like 20 games, this is the first time I've actually seen Virtue of Loyalty show up in my hand. It's a good card. Makes a knight. Buffs my creatures. They took their time deciding which land to play, and they have chosen a polluted delta, getting a triome. Maybe a breeding pool. Breeding pool! Alright, it's Delighted Halfling, which means actually, no, it's not. It is nothing. I'll play this Toll Keeper. Checking out their hand. And let's see, we've got Balefire, Otawara, Ancient Copper Dragon. Hopefully I will be faster than any of those, so I'm going to hit the land here. Making a land come in tapped could slow down their ramp. Swinging in with the Toll Keeper. And taking a toll on them. Orb! Orb, meet Knight. Dion coming down. Hopefully I don't get board wiped here. But if I do, it's probably over anyway. They're looking at Dion. Yeah, he's a guy. Teamer Ascendancy, giving things haste. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. If all of this goes, I think I can win. So I needed to go. I don't think Dion's going to live. Nope, he gets dragons fired. They dealt 6 to him. They're like, you already know about the dragon. I do already know about the dragon. Since flowering does not kill them... I'll go for virtue instead. They untap and grow. Inrith Desert Doom. If they had gotten a land first, they could have totally, like, Ancient Copper Dragon, swung in, got lucky on the swing. Very doable. Clamoring of the White Tree could get me the damage I need, because I assume they have some form of interaction here. And we swing in and we win? Oh, okay. Cool. Winning the game. GG, Ureni. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. Dion did what I expected Dion to do, which is play a bunch of knights, swing in, and win some games. It's an aggressive deck that is evasive as well. Being able to, get all your creatures in the air really does help Dion close out games. But that said, Dion is matching very high. I matched into a ton of Vivis, a lot of combo decks, Yurikos, Sephiroths, Tifas, Ugins. A lot of things that I really wouldn't have expected Dion to play against. I think that if Dion cost 3 mana and was like a 2/2, I could expect it to be a bit more fast and powerful. But at 4 mana, it feels like Dion should be matching into more just like random mid-range commanders. And it's not that it did poorly against some of those stronger commanders, it's just playing against things that I think have a lot more like card draw and versatility than what I'll say is a fairly narrow build of mono white knights. And if you're wondering, well, why not just flip him over more? Well, it's really, really hard to flip these cards over because you need to not just have the mana, not just have the creature alive, you need to be absolutely sure your opponent is not going to remove it in response. Because if they do, the transform does not go through and you've lost your mana. It's just gone. It's a big bummer, but that is how all of these transform cards work. So if you're playing one of the dominants, make sure you're ready to deal with people trying to stop you flipping. I do think the deck is good though, and it is fun to have a mono white knights commander. Previously, we've had we've had blue-white, we've had Azorius Knights, we've had some Mardu Knights, especially Orzhov Knights, black-white, and I think the best Knights commander is still Radek, which is a Orzhov Knights, and I'll probably update it since we've had a lot of new Knights added to Arena since that card came out. If you're looking for the deck list, you can find it in the description of the video. And if you are looking to suggest a commander, especially a Final Fantasy commander, please let me know. Now that I've done so many cards from the main set, I've done some of the cards that are from the commander set, I'm probably going to start doing some brews for cards that are new to Arena, though not necessarily new themselves. Things like Urza and Yuriko, since we have access to them, and there's still so much brewing to do with a new set coming out in like a week. Why is it so soon? Thank you so much for watching. Have a brawlful day.